Hello to all chess fans. I'm Grandmaster Farrukh Amonatov, and today we will see final stage match for the gold medals between all uh, players who take part in this tournament. So today is final day, and all match is very important for all players, especially for me because some of my mm, even students playing in this tournament, and I will be really very glad to see good results from them. So it's really very interesting for me, and I hope it will be interesting for you also to watch the games with myself. So today I want to check all the games final match, so I will try to check all the games, but in life maybe I will choose, let's say, one or two games, and after the game, okay, when they will finish, we will check some other games also. Really very important day for these young players, and to be a winner of World Cup, it's really a very big honor, and just it's really very great, honestly, especially for kids, for their parents, for coaches, and for everyone, for supporters, for relatives. So I think it's really very important day for them. So let's say good luck for all of them and show your best, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, and show the nice games, well games, and everything in your hands. Uh, today they will play with this control 15 minutes plus, and two games they will play, and if it will be equal, it will be 1-1, they will play Armageddon game. Um, like it's a really very tough decision how to play this final match. Of course, all of them is tired. All of them, every day playing this match, and of course, all of them understanding that how it's important to show the best games today, and of course they preparing really very deep. So, and for this reason, it's really very interesting to see how they prepared, how they choose which opening to play, which lines, or to show some novelties maybe. So it will be really very interesting. And first game which I want to check, it's a game between Gurel Ediz against Ansat Aldiar. I know Aldiar very well. I know his father. He's from Kazakhstan, so I think it will be really very interesting match. And one more game which I want to check in live. It's a game girls category under 18. Isadze Tamari against Beydulaeva Gohar. So maybe we will start from the girls category, because I not see moves in Aldiar game. So Isadze Tamari from Georgia against Beydulaeva Gohar from Azerbaijan. Neighbors countries, but anyway, one of the player must win today, and okay, to be a champion. But anyway, both of the girls, of course, showed really very great um, power, and both of them, of course, is really very strong. So one of the girl will be champion, second vice champion. It's also very great. So vice champion, it's also sounds really very nice. Okay, so we'll start. Isadze Tamari by white color, Beydulaeva Gohar by black. E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6, B5, and Gohar played G6. Some few years ago, Levon Aronian started to play like this, but in my opinion, he started to play this line in on not in rapid games, and he showed really very great results. And after that, this variation became really very popular, and now many players using this line. Short castle, bishop G7 c3. White have a chance to occupy central square, so she planning to push her pawn on d4. Sorry, yes. So she playing c3, a6, and now after a6, bishop a4, of course, d6, h3, directly preventing any moves like bishop g4, and Gohar played simply knight f6. About knight f6, we can discuss, but usually in this option, black trying to play knight g e7. So no, knight f7 is also possible, honestly, but usually, as I remember, black trying to develop his knight on e7, then they trying to make castle, and after that, pushing pawn on f5. But Gohar decided develop her knight on f6. Okay, maybe it's also fine. Maybe I don't know some details. Why not? Knight f6, rook e1, castle, and d4 directly. D4 directly, Tamari played, so she following her plan. Yeah, looks logical. And now, of Gohar, how she will play. Probably looks like bishop d7, looks logical. And as I remember, Makoviev Ilya 2 days ago, and in this type of positions played bishop g5, and honestly he got really very good position, but then it was a draw. But after the opening he got some advantage. So Gohar thinking, she deciding what to do now. Maybe b5 also looks logical. Maybe knight h5, but knight h5 now I don't like, because white can easily make weaknesses in black position. So knight h5, for example, at least I can take on c6, then I can take on e5, and all pawns on the queen side will be really very weak. Okay, up of her, of course. Let's see how she will play. Okay, before she's thinking, let's see Aldiar game, and yes, they already played some few moves. E4, c5, Gurel Edis white, and Sat Aldiar by black color. Knight f3, knight c6, d4, takes, and e5, Sveshnikov variation, who passed away some few days ago. So sad, of course. But his opening is very, very popular. Knight db5, d6, bishop g5, a6, knight a3, b5. Still theory. Yes, bishop f6, c4. Okay. Knight d4 directly unsat played. And I am watching his timings, and it's really very good. So I'm sure that he prepared this variation, because the main line in this position is b4, but Aldiar played knight d4, and for sure he prepared something. So I hope that something interesting. His opponent took on b5, cb5, and Aldiar played bishop b7. Even he not trying to win this b pawn, simply he developing his bishop on b7. And I'm sure that after, let's say, b a6, he will take on d5, ed5, and maybe something like queen a5 check, queen d2 is the only move, and queen takes d5. I think he prepared this variation, and this variation looks really very, very complex. White is extra pawn, and even pawn on a6, but king still in the center, and it's not easy to develop your light square bishop, because pawn on g2 is hanging. So very complex position. Let's see how they will play it. Bishop b7, and Edis simply took knight f6 on knight took on f6. Wow, looks very, very strange, because if we will check pieces, knight on d5 is much better than bishop on f6. So what's the reason to take? Not sure that it's so great decision. Not sure. Not sure. Knight f6, and it was, I think it was surprised for Aldiar, because right now he's thinking. But I don't know about what he's thinking right now, because in my opinion, Queen f6 is some kind of necessary move. You need to take on f6 without any thinking. Just take and look what your opponent will do. No need to spend a time and search something else. GF6, in my opinion, okay, just cannot must be well. So just take Queen f6 and play this position. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe GF6 is also possible. Okay. So they have a time, especially Aldiar. He increased after first moves. He increased time, so he have a time right now. He can think. He can think deep even. Okay. Let's wait how he will play in this moment. Okay, what else? Murzin Valadar against Christopher Yu. Christopher Yu, very young talent player against Murzin Valadar. So e4 c6, knight c3, d5, and queen f3. Wow. Honestly, Queen f3, I played also in some Blitz games. One of my students showed me this variation, and he said that for Blitz it will work really very, very good. I can't say that it's really very strong move, but sometimes if you want to surprise your opponent, it's possible. So d4, and Christopher played correct bishop c4. I will show you some details of this variation. It looks like white losing his knight on c3. But for example, if black will take on c3, queen f7 check, or bishop f7, or both moves is possible, king d7, and simply white can take dc3. And suddenly you can see that white position almost is winning. Simply white planning to play bishop f4, then rook d1 along castle, and game is over. With king on d7, when seven pieces on the last rank, and only king on d7, of course it must be well. So for this reason, Valadar played e6. I will show you one of my Blitz game. Once, maybe even not once, maybe some few times, my opponents played in this position knight f6. I played e5, d takes e3, pawn takes f6, and they took on b2 like this. So it looks logical. Pawn from b2 attacking rook on a1, attacking our dark's bishop, and if we will take by bishop, let's say bishop takes b2, he will take pawn on f6, and with pawn up, he can play very, very confident this position. But suddenly, I'm playing bishop takes f7 check. King takes 7, and pawn takes g7, and again it's check. No time to take my rook or to take my bishop. It's a discover. King takes g7, and only now I'm taking bishop takes b2 check, king g8, and after queen g3, I remember, okay, minimum 2 games I won like this. King f7 and bishop takes h6. Game is over. I'm exchange up and a totally winning position, especially with so weak king of black king on a board. Yes, but of course Voladar knew it, and he played simply e6. e6, knight e2, d5, e3, knight c6, here g3, knight f6, knight f3, b5. Perfect. Ukrainian grandmaster Pavel Elyanov played same against myself, and I really got bad results against him. So, but as I said you that it was in a blitz, in some rapid or blitz games, so maybe it's not so important, I thought, but anyway, like this, I got some problems in games against him. So bishop b3, because bishop b5 not so great. After queen a5, white will lose some material. Knight c3, and simply he can save knight on c6, maybe bishop d7 or bishop b7, I don't know. Some of these move are giving advantage for black. Played after b5, he played bishop b3. Yes. Then c4 directly. Volodar pushed. Pawn takes, knight takes, queen is hanging, and after queen f4, right now he's thinking how to play. Very interesting position. Very interesting position after, let's say, how many moves they made? Something like 10, 12 moves and some new position on a board. It's always looks very, very interesting. So how to play right now? We have a choice, I think. We have a choice to play bishop b4 check to develop dark square bishop with tempo, or queen a5 may be also possible. I mean, simply play knight f6 not looks logical because he will take on b5 and white position will be fine. So I think both of players know this line, but Volodar, okay, till this moment he played fast, but now he spending a lot of time, and now timings are 14 minutes of Christopher against 5 minutes of Volodar. Wow. So for Volodar, it's bit risky situation. He must be careful and he must be slightly fast. Okay. Before he's thinking, we'll check some other games. Harshavardhan against Spiropolos Nicholas. Some quiet variation in Rui Lopez, d6 again, like in Gohar and against Tamari. But here, Nicholas played bishop d7 directly. Gohar, as you remember, played the g6 and bishop g7. But Spiropoulos Nicholas played bishop d7, and Harshavardhan pushed his pawn on d4 directly. b5, take, and it's small trick. What's the idea of this trick? If white will take on d4, then c5, queen somewhere, and suddenly black winning white bishop on b3. For this reason, after ed4, Harshavardhan pushing his pawn on c3. So it's like some kind of gambit. I not remember name of this variation. Some kind of gambit. But it's too risky for black to take c3 pawn, because directly white development will be really very well. So for this reason, Nicholas pushing his pawn on d3. Good move. Queen takes d3, knight f6, a4, and simply Nicholas played bishop e7. Okay, so now this position on a board, and yeah, bishop g5, Harshavardhan played. Not feeling that white got something special in this variation, so just simply playing for long game. Yes, maybe some small plus for white, but not something special here. I not see. Even for black, I think it's really very easy to play. I can make short castle, maybe then c5, somehow provoke some bishop c2 or c4. Not feeling that Harshavardhan got something here. But okay, let's check. Let's see what will be a bit later. Okay, girls category under 10, and game Gunawardana against Paragua. Okay, now We see this position. Yes, rook f d8 was last move, and white to move in this moment. So what can I say about this position? I see that white pawn structure on the queen side not so great, but what plus is for white in this position that he have bishop against knight. As we know, rook and bishop is slightly but better than the rook and knight when we're playing on both sides. So we have pawns on both sides. Yes, pawn structure is a bit worse, but because we have a bishop, okay, let's say it's equalizing position. But how to play? Pawn is hanging on e4. Right now, black planning to take on e4 because first rank is very weak, back rank is weak, so we need to play f3 maybe. f3 is some kind of necessary move. We're saving pawn, and then somehow king f2, queen, king e3. Maybe in some moment we will play bishop d5. Bishop d5 because bishop on b3 is bit passive. Yeah, I think okay, it's some kind of equal position. Some kind of equal position. And let's check how was in the game. Oh, rook d3 she played. And Paragua took on d3. Oh, come on. Her name Megan. Paragua Megan. Oh, Megan, what's the reason to take this rook? To improve pawn structure, no reason. But okay, it's a girls category under 10, so it's okay. Rook d8, and white simply played rook e3. I don't know why rook on e3, but it's happened. Okay, rook e3 and b5. b5 now. I don't like my rook on e3, Gunawardhana. What's the reason? Just keep him on d1, for example, something like this, and after that try to bring your king on e2, maybe e3, and after that maybe you will push your pawn on d4, maybe you will push your a pawn forward. I think white position will be absolutely fine. Maybe h3, g3, f4, maybe you can start to push your pawns on the central files, somehow occupied central squares. But she played rook e3, and after b5, after b5, king f1, yes, and now this position on a board. Still, okay, I think slightly maybe better for black only because rook on e3 bit staying bit strange, but nothing special. I mean, really not so much. Yes, slightly better, but not something special. Okay, black can bring his king on f8, on e7 also. Maybe in some moment he can push she can push her pawn on b4 somehow to fix white pawns on the light squares. Okay, I think it will be big fight. Let's check. Before Megan thinking, we'll check some other games. So under 14, ladies, Gaal Zoka against Alexandra Shvedova. Alexandra Shvedova by black color, and quickly we'll see from the opening takes by queen. Do you see? Wow, not even by knight, even by queen we're taking on d2. So I think it's some opening. I don't know this line, so for me it looks really very strange. We're playing queen c2. Do you see? We're playing queen c2, forcing him to take on d2, and then we're taking by queen. Wow. Or maybe some details here which I don't know. Queen takes d2, c6, a4. Okay, a4 is some kind of necessary move because black planning to play b5 and save c4 pawn. So a4 somehow preventing this idea. Knight e4, queen f4. Gal played knight d6, knight a3, castles, knight e5, f6, capture, and b6, b6. Okay. Castles, bishop b7, rook ac1, rook fd1, bishop a8, and queen e3. So I like how Gal Zoka playing, really. So look, she developed all her pieces is well, and her next move will be active when she will make some threats. Even I'm teaching to play like this. And she following this rule. Look, she playing queen e3, directly attacking pawn on e6. Pawn on e6 is hanging. Rook e8, and queen b3. I can't say something so perfect. Just look, every her move with some threats. Queen e3, pawn was hanging. Queen b3, b6 pawn is hanging. Rook b7, her opponent played, and now rook c3. What's idea? Who can explain for me? Okay, rook c3 maybe some kind of necessary move. It's a full second. She wants to see what her opponent will do. Just look, it's some kind of zugzwang for black. I can't touch my knight from b8 because pawn on c6 will be hanging. I can't make move by bishop. I can't touch my rook because b6 pawn is hanging. Queen same, b6 will be hanging in some variations. Wow. Gal Zoka. I need to remember this name. Gal Zoka. Rook c3, and I really enjoying to watch her game. Perfect. So what was then? King h8, rook e3. Wow. Rook c3, rook e3 to attack weak pawn in black position on e6. Rook d7. Yes, of course, Alexandra, I can understand that it's so unpleasant to play this position, but you're losing your pawn on b6. Do you see? Queen b6 is coming, right? Oh. Take. Rook b7, even you cannot to play because bishop is hanging. She played rook a7, and now, yes, Gal took bishop on a8, takes, and now she's thinking. Wow. I love how Gal playing. So by logic, she must to play bishop h3 again. Again, continuously make a threats and win e6 pawn. And after that, I think Shvedova can resign her game. With 2 extra pawns, position is totally losing. What to do after bishop h3, I don't know. If e5, takes, and very simple tactic, rook takes e5, and rook d8, and rook takes e8, checkmating. Wow. So good. Can't say something, no words. It's really pretty well playing. So what was then? Rook c1 was then. Okay, rook c1, rook a6. Alexandra played, and again, in my opinion, we need to play simply rook bishop h3, and black cannot. Now with the rook on c1, maybe e5 is possible, but anyway, after capture on e5 and rook c5, no. I think this game, Gal Zoka will win easily. Let's continue. We'll check before They thinking. Let's check some other games. Yes. Okay. Again, we're looking Isadze Tamari and Beidulaiva Gohar. But what happened? We stopped to watch after yes, this moment, as I remember. Yes, after D4, Gohar played King Bishop, and Tamari played Bishop C2. Bishop C2. Bishop C2. But why Tamari Bishop C2? Why Bishop C2? Why not Bishop B3? I'm trying to understand where my bishop will be more useful. I think Bishop on B3 beat better. Beat better. At least he's on a diagonal, and at least we're pressing on F7 pawn. Maybe knight A5 and C5, but pawn on E5 will be hanging. It's really very tough decision where to keep bishop. But okay, we'll follow the game. Tamari played bishop c2, bishop b7, and bishop e3. Bishop e3, bishop e3, bishop e3. Not sure. Not sure. Not sure. Maybe Alekhine favorite maneuver. Alekhine favorite maneuver was a disappearing move. So he loved to play, let's say, something like bishop g5, h6, we're provoking because bishop on g5 disturbing our position, and then he played bishop e3, something like this maybe. We provoke h6, and we're planning to play queen d2 and somehow force him to play king h7. With bishop on c2, king on h7, it will be really very tough for black to push her pawn on f5. But maybe, I'm just thinking now, black can take on d4, and after capture, knight b4. Knight b4, attacking our central pawn, attacking our light square bishop. Yeah, maybe like this. Black can equalize position. Of course, I can try to play knight c3 or knight bd2. Knight c3 is a bit risky. Knight c2, queen c2, and b4. So I need to play knight bd2. And this position, it's really very complex position, and it's tough to equalize. Even evaluate, not so easy. Who is better? Okay, approximately maybe we can say that it's equal position because white have so good center, but black pair of bishops. Okay, Tamari played bishop e3 directly. Takes, it's happened in the game. Knight d2, rook c8, bishop b1, a3. But why a3? Why not d5 with the idea to trap knight on b4? Okay, we're opening diagonal, of course, but it's also very risky for black, right? But okay, Tamari decide to play a3, takes, yes, bishop d4, rook e8, bishop d3, yes, capture, king takes, knight f3, queen f6. And now, queen d2, okay, saving pawn on b2, knight f4, knight h2. Knight h2. Oh, Tamari, what are you doing? But queen g5 is coming, and it's happened. two threats, queen g2 checkmate, or knight h3 check, and win a queen on d2. Uh-oh. I'm scaring that Tamari missed this idea. Uh-oh. Check. Yes. Still g2 is hanging. Bishop move. And Gohar took pawn on e4, of course. And Tamari played queen g3. Okay. So at least she not losing game directly. Yes, she lost a pawn, but still she's fighting. Okay. But it's really very sad to miss idea like this. How you can leave from f3, Tamari? It's really very risky with knight on f4. You need to control all squares. I don't know how. Maybe rook e3, I'm thinking. I'm just trying to understand. Rook e3, knight d3, you will take on d3, and d6 also. d3 pawn also hanging. So maybe it's not so bad. Okay, we'll check a bit later this game. What else? What about our boys under 18 Harshavardhan against Spiropolos? Oh. So what's happening here? So by material it's almost same, and white to move, but white bishop on d6 is really very strong, and always white king will be in trouble with bishop on g6. And directly I'm searching something like rook d1, pawn takes, and rook takes c7, for example, like this, and I can capture on c7. I'm trying to remove his rook from the last rank, and after that I will checkmate him. But okay, maybe he can play rook bb8 and it's nothing special. Yeah, maybe it's okay. So what else I can do here? What else? Maybe I can take on d5, but I don't want to improve his knight coming on d5, some e3, f4 pawn will be hanging, e3 square, and also black knight saving his c7 pawn. So yeah, cd5 I don't like, but I don't see something special. g5 looks bit risky, but maybe we can play like this. Okay, what do you think about g5, gentlemen? Knight is hanging after capture. What you want to do with your knight? Knight h7, for example. Okay, and at least always I have a h4. I'm not sure that it's enough, but it's one possibility. But with so bad king on g8, I need to search something else. And even engine, look, engine showing so big advantage. Something must be there. Bishop f5. Bishop f5, not sure. Oh, I not see something special. Okay, at least as I said, we can play h4 and always our position will be fine. But less material on a board, of course, it's big chances for black to save, to hold position, but still. Okay, let's check how Harshavardhan played. So he played g4, d5, rook d1. Wow, he following my words, but it's not always well, my friend, you know. Okay. No, sorry, he played g5. He played g5, and his opponent played knight e4 directly. So it was in a game. C takes d5. Knight is hanging, so no time to take on. He played knight c3. Knight c3. Wow. So two ideas. One idea, to take pawn on d5. Second idea, knight e2 check. And if white will play king h1, knight g3, double attack, of course. And if king somewhere, some other square, so at least knight takes f4 discover and winning our light square bishop. So Harshavardhan played rook f2. Yeah, very solid, very good. Capture, capture, knight takes d5. I guess, yes, it's happened. White playing king g3. King g3 even, not king f3, because after that rook f8 it will be pinned and white will lose a pawn, so rook f8 anyway, and rook a4. Yes, yes, and right now this position. So Harshavardhan have 3 minutes against 12 seconds of Nicholas. Yes, white is better, maybe even. I can't say that so much. I can't say that so much because really very less material on the board. Even without c6 pawn, just imagine without c6 pawn, this position really very tough to win. But with c6 pawn, in my opinion, it's impossible to play for win right now. And who's moved now? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Okay. Can I ask you one question? Our viewers, black to move, can you make directly draw in this position? Directly. Even I'm sure that engine not seeing this option. In my opinion, we can take on f4, ladies and gentlemen. And it's typical draw. Or not? Yes, must be draw. This position is draw, no? I will sacrifice 2 pawns, and h pawn is the wrong corner on h8. Maybe some ideas to make zugzwang, and then try to force him to play a g4. But it's no, I can't believe. No, it must be draw, in my opinion. Like this, and I will sacrifice my pawn, and I will keep my king on h8. And what then? Okay, maximum white can bring his king on f7. Then I will play g4. But after capture, it's a stalemate, right? So maybe I'm missing something. But okay, no time to analyze this position. Let's will follow the game. Rook a4 was in the game. c6 and h4. And now it's not working because after capturing everything on f4, hey g5, white will take by h pawn, and with g pawn, of course, it's easily winning position. Knight e7, bishop e4, rook c8, f5, capture, king f7, rook c4, yeah, and this position on a board right now. And 2 times Harshavardhan repeat position, but then he played bishop f3, and yeah, Nicholas simply playing rook c8 and rook c7. So less material on a board. Even okay, I mean, like, to be honest, white, what he can try? He can try to win knight, let's say, in some pawn on f6 and attack knight. But even if you win and black will trade the pawns, so rook and bishop will be against rook. Of course, it's playable, and many games strong side won. But generally, to be honest, if we will think so, it's equal position theoretically. So I guess that this position will be draw. But maybe, of course, I am wrong. Oh, king already on d6, but okay. Even again, knight e7 looks absolutely normal for black. Yeah, it's no, not. I can't never believe that this position white can win. Not possible in my opinion. Okay, I can jump by knight somewhere, knight d4 somewhere, and I think it will be enough. But okay, we'll finish this game. Knight d4, king d7, rook e8, bishop d5, king f8, rook takes c5, and black will take on f5. Oh, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. If white not will make a check, let's say if you will play bishop d3, after rook e5, black will try to attack pawns. Yeah, it's. I think it will be easy draw. So later we will check this position. I don't want to spend the time for equal position. We'll check some other games. Murzin Vladar against Christopher Yu. We stopped watching 1 second. Oh no. Yes, we stopped watching after this move, queen f4. Knight was hanging on e4, and I thought that queen a5 or bishop b4 check will be logical, but Vladar played f5. So brave. He's sacrificing pawn on b5. Oh no. Oh no. After cb5, bishop d6. Oh, sorry. I forgot. I thought that after bishop d6, queen will be trapped, but h4 he had. And it's happened. Queen h4 was in the game. Then he made a check. c3, capture, castle. Wow, it's real war. Real war on a board. Knight e5. Knight d4. Knight c5. Wow, so complex position. All pieces on a board. Only 2 pawns they trade. So wow. So that's really very hard. Okay, then knight c3. Christopher took pawn. And finally, Vladar made castle. So we'll check position. White is pawn up, and maybe white is really very good here. I not see something special for black. Even I'm searching some compensation, but I not see something here. Rook d1. Okay. Capture, queen c7, and bishop g5. Bishop g5. Bishop g5. Okay, bishop g5. So I think he's threatening to take on d6, queen d6, and bishop e7. As we know, is in positions with extra material, we need to trade pieces and keep pawns on a board. So he following this rule. He played bishop g5, knight g6, queen h5, bishop e5, rook ac1. And now I'm really feeling that the white position is very, very, very good, maybe even winning. So Vladar made mistake somewhere. Honestly, not remember where exactly. But okay, so queen f7, then he played knight c5, h6, okay, attacking bishop, and bishop f6, like this. So idea somehow start to push his pawns on the king side and create some counterway. Knight a6. Knight a6, it's really move. Christopher, come on. But why queen knight a6? I'm not understanding. Who can explain for me? So knight on c5 staying excellent. No need to touch him even. Christopher, I don't know how to play, but for me looks like normal. I don't know what I will check what's his threats. His last move was bishop f6, and I'm trying to understand what he want to do. I don't see any threats. F4, okay, F4 is possible, but at least always I can play bishop d2 at least. But after that, I will get really very good square for my knight on e4. So I'm not worried about F4 absolutely. So then I will push my pawns forward, a4, a5, let's go. So I will try to push my pawns on the queen side. But knight a6 looks very, very, very strange. But okay, bishop b7, knight a4. It happens on a board. 1 second. Can I take on g2? Bishop takes g2 is possible, right? And after king g2, knight f4. Take, and knight f4, knight h4, I don't know, somewhere. Wow. Wow, Valadar. How you missed it, my friend. Maybe. Yeah, of course, maybe time pressure was in this moment already, but or maybe he finds something. Maybe rook c7, of course. Rook c7, rook c7. Yeah, maybe rook c7, he was worried about it. But queen e8 I can play, right? No, maybe he forgot about queen e8 because for young player, I mean, tricks like this, bishop g2, knight f4, it's like a nuts. Maybe he was worried. I don't know what, but maybe something like knight c7 and then takes e6. But at least we make weak king, so it's cannot, must be bad, cannot. Okay. He played rook c8, yes, capture, knight c5. Oh, finally he took. Finally he took on g2, rook d7 anyway, and bishop e7. Okay, like this. Capture, take, and knight e5. So by material, rook and only rook for 2 pieces. So it's not so great decision. Okay, h3, knight c4, queen e2, takes, and e5. Yes, and for sure, in this moment, both of them was in very big time pressure. Yes, do you see? They start to miss some pawns. So queen b7, Christopher missed for sure. But okay, takes. And it was draw which moment? Not now. They still played like this. Check. Oh, okay. And it was draw like this. Wow. It was really very big fight. Big fight. I think Valadar was lucky because I don't love his position. But I mean, this trick with bishop g2, he used, and okay, just luckily he made the draw. So let's see his second game. He will play by white color, and I will be really very glad if. Okay, I don't want to say something. Yeah. Okay. Let's check times. Valadar draw. Beidulaeva Gohar Isadze Tamari. Oh. Tamari lost her first game. So I think it was this moment she made mistake when she played let's check quickly. when she played knight h2. I hate this move, Tamari. You can't leave from a good square by your knight on somewhere like knight h2. Even okay, let's say queen g4, queen g5 not working. Even if she will play h5, it's also will be not so great for you, right? But knight h2, no, 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 no. Yes, yes, queen g3 takes, knight h5, and yeah, go back and simply trading pieces. takes, yeah, wow. Beydulaiva, really so great technique, so great technique. Simply she trade heavy pieces, majority pieces, and simply keeping a bishop against knight. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Go hard. Congratulations. But still second game here today, so don't relax. And for Tamari, good luck in the second game. Still you are fighting, and still you have a chance to win a title, to win a gold medal. Let's continue. What about the sessions, girl sections under 16? Here two Vietnam player, Vu Bui Thi Tan Van against Nguyen Hong Nhung. And Nguyen Hong Nhung, I mean, black color won one game. Sorry for my pronunciation. For me, it's a bit tough pronounce sometimes names of the player. So okay, e4 c5. Yes, yes, yes. Bishop g5 in Neidorf. f4, bishop e7, queen f3, queen c7, long castle. Knight c6. Wow. Knight c6. It's maybe some kind of novelty, because honestly I not remember this move. Many moves here, even b5, even knight bd7, even short castle. Knight c6 make me a bit surprised, but not of course like this. Wu Bui, it's not possible to play like this in Knightsdorf, especially in a bishop g5 variation. No, never, never. Any other move, g4, e5, knight takes c6, but not knight b3. Okay, knight b3, castle. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Okay. K1, knight d3, queen d3. And simply with any fear, any scaring, knight takes g4. Wow. Capture, d3, and simply queen h4. What to say? What to say? Very, very brave heart we need to have to play like this. For me, it's really very scary, really. I hate to open G file when we have other sites castles position, but new generation not care about it. Um, okay. Then was rook d2, knight f6, rook queen takes d6, and this moment knight takes e4. If capture queen e5, then bishop g6. Wow, black controlling everything. Take queen e5, knight c5, and bishop c6. Black not care about anything. Knight g4, h3. Wow, wow. Queen e7, b4. Anyway, still I'm thinking white have a really very dangerous attack on the king side. Queen a7. But why queen b2? What's the reason? What's the reason we by Why are you touching even your queen? She don't have any threats or something, so don't worry about it. Just make some moves like f5 maybe, something like this. Queen b2. Okay. And now Nguyen start to show. Yeah. And 3 pawns on the king side is too much. And she won very, very easily this position. Yeah. Okay, Nguyen Hong Nhung can by black color, so it's very big step to win a title, but of course not necessarily to relax. And for Wu Bui, okay, still you are fighting, still you have a chance to equalize a match in this second game. Let's continue. Girls under 14, Gal Zoka won. Oh. 3 queens on a board. Okay, I think it's not necessary to see full game. Just want to see. She played bishop h3 and it's happened, but when she played, in this moment I still recommend to play bishop h3, but she played rook c5. And okay, like this. Wow. Yeah, and after that, white position is totally winning. 2 pawns up, and even position is winning. Okay, Gal, congrats. But for Shvedova, Alexandra, so still second game, and you have a chance to win. You are white. Don't relax. Focus. Let's go. Ansat Aldiyar. Oh, what happened? Ansat lost his game. Ansat lost his game, but why? Maybe timings or what? What happened? What happened? His position was normal, as I remember. It was Sveshnikov variation. He took by pawn. Okay. I thought, honestly, if you remember, I thought to take big queen. But Aldiar took by pawn, bishop d3, queen a5 check, queen d2 capture, takes, and they got this position. By material, it's equal, but black pieces is much more active. Okay, f3, king d7, capture, d5 directly. Okay, b4 directly. I love black position. Yes, some weaknesses, but at least we're pressing. And here he played king e7, rook c8, d4. Wow, perfect. Bishop a6. Usually we're trying to push pawn Aldiar on f5, no? Maybe f5, ef5 and king f6 somehow to create 2 central pass pawns. Bishop a6, take, and now he lost. I don't know what happened. Maybe connection, maybe timings, or what? Black lost on time. Wow. It's really very bad news. Very bad news. But what to say? Okay, Gurel, Ediz, congrats for your first victory, but still they will play second game. Okay, what about under 12? Under 12, Rachkova against Sava Vetohin. Okay, this game I want to check full game because I know Sava and I really like him. He really very strong player. Okay, d4, d5, knight d2, c5, capture, e4 simply, takes, and e4. Wow, Wow. Sava not trying to get advantage in the opening, but when he finished development, he's directly starting to play aggressive. Okay, e3, simply bishop e3, bishop e6, knight fd2. Okay, capture on b2, takes, rook b1, bishop back, and knight b3. Oh, position is so great. But okay, let's check. Knight d4. Yeah. Rachkova, I don't understand what's the reason to play knight d4. Your knight on d4 is well. Your bishop is well. And check, like, just when you're trying to trade some pieces, you need to check pieces, right? Just check your knight and his knight. Whose piece is better? Of course, your knight is much better than his knight. No reason then to trade your knight. And you know, b3 square is a bad square for your opponent knight. And for sure, he will try to improve him or somehow to trade him, and you helping him. So typical idea in this type of position, simply we're pushing a5, a4, and disturbing this knight from b3. But okay, maybe for future it will helpful for you. Take, yes, and rook c1. I think now white is absolutely fine. Rook c2, yes, h4, takes, queen e3. Yeah, a2 is hanging, but b7 is also hanging. Rook d7, and Sava played simply a3. Yeah, I think now white position absolutely fine. Even after e5, when I will play e5, my position will be absolutely fine. Yeah, and it's happened. Yes. Bishop d5, bishop e3, h3, bishop f1. Okay. Capture. Wow, and Sava wants this position. Rook endgame with same material. Okay. Yes. Okay. And Sava know the rule in the end games. Active playing. Okay. And like this, he won the game. Congratulations, Sava. It's really very great result. Perfect. I'm very glad for you. But Rachkova, still you are fighting, so still we're waiting second game. And one more category under 10, open category. Erdogmus Yagis won his game against Was Atan. Wow, it looks like simply queen up. We can check this game also. Yes, Sicilian. Okay. Knight g3 going. Okay. So players under care about anything, simply developing and starting to play for mate. Perfect. Erdogmus Yagis Khan. I will try to memorize your name. I like how you're playing. Rook f6. Wow. So perfect. Not even knight h5. Directly rook takes f6. I like it. Oh. F6 is coming. So good. So, okay. So, Erdogmus, congratulations. Big step to win a title. Okay, we'll make some small break and then we will continue to watch second games. It's really very going really very well and very interesting. Okay, don't leave us please, and see you bit later. Bye. Hello again. I'm Grandmaster Farrukh Amonatov with you, and we're waiting second games of final match online World Cup Youth and Cadet World Cup. Yes, like this. So, uh, first rounds was really very interesting, and some games were players showed really very nice and interesting. Games results was also interesting. So let's we'll check our second games. So waiting moves. I want to start to see from this game our open section under 12 and the game between Rachkova Mrinmoy against Vetohin Sava. Sava won his first game and now he need to make draw, maybe to win his game, and he will get a gold medal. Of course, if he will win, or he will make a draw. So waiting moves from these games, and then we will start our discussion. Yes, and I see they started e4. Rachkova played e5, knight f3, and very solid line again. Petrov, knight f6, knight takes e5, d6, knight takes e4. White played knight c3, very aggressive line, and it's of course correct for Rachkova to play aggressive in this game because okay, he lost first round, so he need to win now. Bishop e7, bishop e3, short castle, and now I think a queen d2 he will play. And then we'll make long castle. Yes, and it's happened. Queen d2, knight d7, long castle, c6. c6, bishop d3. So this position now on a board, and Vetohin Sava played rook e8. So this is still theory, and both players know these lines. So they even increased time after 10 moves. Both of them increased more than 1 minute. And now Rachkova Mrinmoy is thinking. So usually, as I remember, white tried to play knight g5. Even in some games I saw bishop g5 first. So it's showing us that both players want to fight. Okay. So looks nice, and Rachko right now is thinking, and before he's thinking, we'll check some other games. Under 14, Ansat Aldiyar against Gurel Idis. So I don't know what happened in the first game because position was absolutely normal for Aldiyar, but he lost by time. Maybe connection, maybe some technical problems was from his side, but he lost equal position by time. Okay, anyway, still he's fighting, and this position happened from Sicilian, knight f3, e6, d4, capture, knight c6, knight c3, queen c7, queen d3. Wow, already few times I seen this variation, and okay, probably maybe this line is very popular nowadays. I prefer to play bishop e3 honestly in this position. Or sometimes I can play bishop e3 or f4. But queen d3 now, knight f6, knight db5, queen b8, queen g3, d6, bishop e3, a6, knight d4, bishop d7, and long castle. This position happened. b5, and now Aldiyar is thinking. So as I see now, b4 is coming, and my pawn on e4 will be hanging. So it's logically to play f3 now. Okay, f3, or first capture on c6, knight c6, bishop c6, and f3. I like honestly to play this type of positions like this: takes, f3, and for example b4, and I can bring my knight on d4. So I trade one of the knight and second knight going on d4. Because if, let's say, if we will start from f3, let's say right now, he can play b4, and if we not will take on c6, for example, if we will play knight e2, he can save his knight from c6. He can play something like knight e5 or somewhere, and then knight on e2, not so great. So for this reason, I prefer to take first on c6. But okay, Aldiar played f3, f3, and his opponent took on d4 directly. Oh, sorry, yeah, he took on d4, bishop d4, and I guess he will push his pawn on b4 now. Oh, it's very smart. It's very smart decision from Gurel to take on d4 and not to give for white. Really nice decision. But okay, position is very complex, of course. Many possibilities. Queen on g3 staying not so bad. Disturbing black position, pressing on g7, pressing on d6, not giving for black to develop his pieces easily. So I think it's very, very interesting position. Even okay, just I prefer to play by white colors this position. I like position where I made all my necessary moves, all developed moves. Yeah, for this reason. Anyway, I prefer to play by white this position. Okay, so it's happened. B4, knight e2. So this position on a board right now. And what to do for Gurel now? Maybe e5, not so bad idea now. E5, bishop e3, and then maybe bishop e6. After that, pushing pawns, a5, a4, somehow try to create some counterway on the queen side. Yes, and it's happened. E5 he played. Aldiar played bishop e3. But I'm really very surprised. Aldiar playing really very fast this position. Yes, of course, maybe his moves is some kind of only moves, but anyway, still he have 15 minutes and Gurel is 13 minutes. Okay. Yeah, and it's happened. Bishop e6, played. Bishop e6. Yes, and king b1. Of course, king b1 we need 2 planes to save a pawn on a2. So okay, I guess now black will play a5. a5, then maybe a4. And after that, he will see maybe a3, maybe b3. He will try to get some counterweight on the queen side. What I can recommend for white? What I can recommend for white on this position? Not easy decision. Not easy decision. Maybe h4, h5, something like this. I don't want to touch my queen from g3 because, okay, if, let's say if I will play queen f2, with the idea to push my pawns on the king side like g4, h4, black can finish his development very easily. Bishop e7 and short castle. So for this reason, I don't want to touch my queen. But which move I can offer here? Not easy, really not easy. Okay, a5 happened, and Gurel played a5 now. So for black, it's really very easy to play now. And it's very important during the game to have position with easy moves. You simply pushing your pawns or you simply improving your position. And it's really very important. But for white now, I not see some let's say easy plan or easy moves. White need to create something. White need to search something in this position. Okay, so what to do? Maybe we need to play queen f2 and g4, no choice. So I not see something special. h4, h5, yes, it's possible. But even after h5, when I will push my pawn till h5, he will play h6. And what then? And nothing then. Again, I need to play queen somewhere and g4 to create something. So maybe it's better to do it right now. I'm a bit worried about LDR position. But okay, it's a rapid game, so everything can be happened. Okay, before LDR thinking, let's check some other games. Section under 16, Vladar. So as we remember, it was first draw, and Christopher got really good position after the opening, but cannot transpose in the winning position. And now Vladar is white, and look, he played g3 in this variation. So he decided not to go in the main lines. He decided to play some kind of sad lines. g3, knight c6, bishop g2, knight f6, and queen e2. Okay. Bishop e7, e5 directly. Yesterday, one of the girls played like this. Same option. Knight d5, c4 directly. Knight is hanging. Knight b4, d3. d3 we need to play because knight c2 is coming. So d3, d6, a3, of course, making worse the knight. Knight a6. Now simply knight c3. Knight c3. Why not take on d6? Vladar, what's the reason to play knight c3? Not sure, not sure. Now black can take on e5 first, no? Okay, Christopher played castle, and now of course Vladar took on d6, castle, then e5, yeah, making space and trying to open diagonal for bishop. It's second, and third, he wants to improve his knight from a6. How he can do it? Knight c7, knight e6, like this. So he pushed his pawn. Vladar played bishop e3, and now bishop g4. And this position on a board now, and Vladar is thinking. So, how to play? I don't know about what Vladar thinking. In my opinion, EH3 we need to play without any thinking. It's some kind of necessary move, and directly attacking bishop and watching where he will go. Probably he will play something like bishop h5 and maybe g4 also we need, because black planning to play f5 to make a space, and always with two connecting pawns like e5, f5, always he will have some threats like e4, f4, and both will be really very dangerous for white. So maybe g4, and okay, playing this position, maybe knight e4, maybe knight g5, knight e4, something like this. Yes, it's happened. Oh, sorry, not happened. H3, Vladar played. His opponent played bishop h5, and now again Vladar is thinking. Now Vladar again thinking. No, okay, g4 we need to play. Yeah, it's happened. It's happened, and he played g4, bishop g6, and now he need to decide. He need to decide how to play. Okay, as I said, I like knight g5 or knight e4. Maybe I'm thinking now it looks maybe a bit risky, but maybe h4 is also possible. Sometimes we can try to play like this, h4, and if black will try to stop our h5 like this, we can play knight g5, and like this we can get really very, very dangerous attack. Pawn on h5 is hanging, so black need to take, and we're taking by queen. So we bring our knight on g5, we bring our queen on g4, h5, h6, always some threats. This position I like this position. Always when black will push his pawn f6 or f5, some bishop d5 also coming. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's like one of the option. And maybe after h4, maybe he can play h6. Maybe he can play h6, but anyway, like h5 and g5, even here we can play g5 with the idea to win a pawn on h6, and if take, we're capturing by knight. So maybe not so bad idea. Maybe not so bad idea. Honestly, I thought about the h4 like some kind of fun, but now I see that maybe it's absolutely normal move. And also after h4, will play f6. Of course, we're pushing our pawn on h5, bishop f7, and all light squares will be really very weak. Knight h4, we can jump. Second knight going maybe d5, bishop going on e4, second knight going on f5, and so great pieces controlling light squares. It will be not so bad. Even I like it. Okay, then let's Vladar played. He played knight d2 like this. Yeah, of course it's possible also. Even I said about this move. I thought to play knight g5 or knight d2, so knight d2, one of the option. Not very aggressive like I said about h4, but it's also possible. Yeah, so Christopher made absolutely logical move, knight c7. He need to improve his knight from c7, and for sure he played knight c7, and any white move he will play knight e6. So knight d2, yes, it's a normal move, but you know, it's like simply normal moves. That's all. But if you have some weaknesses in your position, like pawn on g4, like pawn on d3, in my opinion, you need to play a bit aggressive and try to make threats directly. Don't give chance for your opponent improve his position for free. I mean, when you're playing knight d2, you're not making any threats. You know, nowadays chess is very, very aggressive, very aggressive. If you will check games of the top players, you can understand that they making directly by every move, any move with some threats. So for this reason, I slightly but bit worry about knight d2. But okay, knight d2, knight c7. It's happened on a board, and knight e4. Yeah, knight e4, and Christopher is thinking now. So pawn on c5 is hanging. So I think no choice. We need to play knight e6. Yes, and it's happened. Christopher played knight e6. And what now? Knight d4 is coming. We cannot stop it. So if you can't stop something, so ignore it. Vladar, go forward. Go and try to make your plans. Maybe knight d5. Knight d5, knight cd4, okay, queen somewhere, queen d1 probably. No choice. I'm playing like this. If I can't prevent any activities of my opponent, so I'm ignoring it and I'm doing my plan. So yeah. So Vladar same. So he playing knight d5. Probably knight cd4 will be on a board. Christopher for sure will make it. As I know his chess style, he's very aggressive. He loves to calculate long variations, and his tactical talent is really very high. So he loves positions with initiatives. So waiting his knight cd4. Knight cd4. Okay, before he's thinking, we'll check some other games. So open section under 18, Spiropolos against Harshavardhan, and they reached this position, and looks like Spiropolos is very well here. Oh, I like his position. So he have pair of bishops and the weak pawn on e5. So looks really very good. Looks very, very good. But timings 2 times less than Harshavardhan. Okay, Harshavardhan last move was knight d6. So bishop is hanging. Bishop is hanging. So just play bishop b3. What's the problem? Bishop b3. I'm waiting from Spiropolos. Yeah, it's happened. Bishop b3. h6. And now knight e4, knight f3, knight e4, knight f3. Yeah, of course, knight e4, no reason to play. We're making our weakness in our position. Yeah, simply knight f3. Sometimes I am trying to understand how I will play, and after that I'm watching how they played. So sorry, sometimes I'm not trying to be fast. I'm trying to understand position and checking how I will play first, and after that checking moves of the players. Yes, it's happened, and so pawn is hanging, so no choice, right, for black. I think he need to push his pawn. Yeah, perfect. Harshavardhan did it fast. e4, and what now? So okay, not necessarily to do something. We need to take. Pawn takes. I think it will be on a board, and black will take for sure also. As the way e5 is coming, and then it will be absolutely losing position. So he need to take, but take by which piece? Knight f or knight d? Yeah, logically he need to take by f, because knight f e4, when we're capturing, at least we're opening our rook from f8. Yeah, so I'm waiting pawn takes and knight takes e4. And this position, I think we will see very, very soon. And what then? And then, I don't know, maybe something like bishop b2, maybe then something like queen d4. Yeah, I think so. It will be very soon on a board. Okay, still Nicholas thinking. Still Nicholas thinking. We'll check other sections. Girls under 10, Paraguay against Gunawardana. Wow. Queen c7, bishop e8, and rook on a8. Okay. So, but bishop on g4. Why bishop on g4? What he doing there? So black can take bishop. Am I right? Black can take, queen takes, and something like e5. Queen on one diagonal. It's discovery is coming. Oh, maybe something wrong here. No, it's happened. Yeah, knight g4, queen g4, and e5. Okay, wait, maybe we're missing something. Yes, of course, I can understand that it's girls under 10, but anyway, they already playing in the World Cup, so it's not a joke. They have a really very good level. So I'm waiting e5, e5, d5, on knight e5. I can capture on e3, attacking queen, attacking rook on f1. Yes, it's happened. Yes, it's happened. And Gunavardhana played like this. So, we can say that her position is really well. Even her bishop on b8, even her rook on 8. But she making space, and her next move, of course, Mega not will take on e5, and next Gunavardhana move will be e4, as maximum as possible to make space, and all light squares of king side will be really very weak. So Gunavardhana, I think, have a good position, really very good position. Okay, let's continue. Girls under 12. Shukman Anna against Lee Alisa. Shukman Anna, as I remember, won yesterday against Nurgaliyeva Zarina. So, if she won so strong player, I will try to support her. So, honestly, I not remember how they finished first game. Okay, never mind. Let's will check this position. So last white move was queen c4, and now black to move. Black to move. So I'm following simple logic. If I have weaknesses in my position, I will try to keep queens on a board. I will try to keep queens on a board. It's a first my logic. Second logic, I'm checking queens. I'm checking kings. Sorry, whose king is more safe? So this player need to keep queens. So I think black king slightly better than white king, because 3 pawns saving black king and only 2 pawns saving 1 pawn. So for sure I will try to keep my queens, my queen on the board. So how? Queen a7 or queen a5, bit logic for me, because we're living from the king side. Queen a7 same, but I'm a bit worried about queen e3. Bishop takes f5. Bishop takes f5. Back rank is very weak. Can I use it somehow? But I not see something special. Queen e3, bishop takes f5. Bishop takes f5. Maybe queen d2. Okay, it's really very complex, but I think anyway we need to play queen e3, and after bishop f5, search something. Maybe queen d2, I'm thinking, because bishop c8 not good, rook f1, queen f1, and rook e1. Maybe like this. Okay. Oh, they played already. Queen e3. It was in the game. Lee Alice played, and Shukman very fast played queen c6. Wow. I can't to calculate so fast. For me, it was like fourth move, like bishop f5, like my priority. So I mean, first my thoughts only was about bishop takes f5. But okay, so nowadays new generation calculating variation so fast, so maybe it's okay. So then d6 is hanging. She played queen e5 and the rook b6. Wow. Pressing directly. Pawn on d6 is hanging. Pawn on d6 is hanging. So, of course, rook d8, it's not like in spirit of position. We can't play like this. Rook f6, more logical move. Rook f6 more logical move. Even maybe rook on the 6th rank will be very useful, because rook h6 in some variations possible, and after h3 f4 maybe bishop takes h3, but rook on e8 will be bit weak. It's a 4-second, maybe rook b8 directly, or white can play also. Yeah, not easy decision how to play. In spirit of positions, I mean, just sacrifice this pawn and play aggressive. I don't know, f4, queen d6, f3 not possible. Queen e3 maybe, even with the idea to push your pawn on f3, something like this. Something like this. Okay. Oh. Alice, rook d8. Oh, it's too much. It's too much. It's, in my opinion, very, very passive. Not sure. Not sure. But okay. And Anna simply played h3. H3. I don't know about h3, because now f4 is coming, no? Simply f4 with threats to push my pawn on f3, h3 pawn will be hanging. Oh. And what to do then? And it's happened. Wow. f4. And Anna simply playing rook b4. Come on, Anna. You can't play like this. Oh, come on, Anna. So she's showing you that she played f4 with the idea to push pawn on f3. I think we need to play rook f3. No choice. We need to stop these activities, because after f3, first of all, she opening your king. It's a first. Second, after that, after f3, all her pieces starting to play. Bishop from c8 now will be very active, attacking h3 pawn. Rook from f8. Pawn, no. We need to stop it. Anna played rook b4, and of course f3, and now it's too. Wow, it's too dangerous. But of course, Alice playing pretty well. Of course, f4, f3 directly. Yeah, I don't like it. Even I don't know how to play now. Anna. Okay, let's continue. We'll check other games. Gal Shvedova Alexandra against Gal Zoka. As we know, Gal Zoka won her first game, and of course, Shvedova Alexandra will try to win second game, and for sure she will play very aggressive. And I see she sacrificed already material. Okay, at least she sacrificed a pawn. So she trying to make something. And what to do now? Knight f6. Is it possible? Knight f6, pawn takes. If rook d7, queen h6 was checkmate. Oh, maybe knight e2 check is coming. Oh, wow. No, look, what was my idea? To play knight f6 check, capture, and if rook d7, for example, okay, then queen h6 and game is over, because checkmate is coming. Yes, but then I find that black can play knight e2 check. Simply knight e2 check, and if we will take this knight, he will take on a1 with a check. All moves tempting. King somewhere, and then queen takes f6. And as I said, all tempting moves for black. He making by checks, he capturing everything. So maybe we can prepare this. What about knight rook b1? Rook b1. So my idea, if you will take on a2, and now knight f6 is coming. Takes, rook is hanging, rook is, if he living, okay, queen h6 and checkmating, right? So it must be well for sure. It must be well for sure. So logically we're waiting rook ab1, rook ab1, but oh no, 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 no. Alexandra. She played, but how she played? Yeah, I think she played knight f6. Capture, and her opponent played knight e2 check. King f1 she played, and simply black took pawn on f6. Oh. And even we can't take by rook because rook on a1 is hanging. So she's forced to take, but this position, oh no, no, no. This position, I think, should be easily winning for black. So rook ed7 with checkmate ideas. Okay. Or queen f4. Why queen f4? Why not to use rook from e7? Why not to use rook from e7? Okay, maybe even like this also possible. Maybe even like this. King f1 she played, yes. And what? And rook d4. Wow. Rook d4. Oh. She's simply trying to win a pawn on g4. She's not trying to checkmate. She's trying to win without any risk. Gael Zoka. Okay. Let's continue. Our under 16. So two Vietnam player. Vu Bi Nguyen against Vu Bi. And Nguyen Hong Ngun won her game, so congratulations. I think yes, she won 2 games. So congratulations. You became winner of World Cup girls section under 16. So congratulations. And for Wu Bi, vice champion, silver medal. So very glad for you, and congrats once again. What else? And yeah, under 18, Beydulayeva Gohar against Isadze Tamari. So Isadze Tamari lost her first game, and it's going second game. So she trying to take revenge. But looks her position is losing. Knight on h3. Oh, and the position is bit complex, but okay. If black, it's white to move now. Sorry. Oh, it's black to move. I don't understand. Yeah, it's black to move now, and h5. Wow. Of course, queen f3 and Queen g6. Queen g6. And now if I will play king g2, what then? King g2, simply attacking knight. Yeah, it's happened. It's happened, and Gohar played like this. Oh, very sad, very sad. So she played queen e6, and okay, some tactic is coming for sure. Queen h5 check, king g8, and something like knight e7. Yeah, it's coming like this, check and knight e7. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, okay. So we'll check other games. Let's go back. Let's go back in open section under 10. Vaz Etan Erdogmus, and I see that Erdogmus is winning. Is winning because his two central pass pawn running very fast. Last black move was f2, and f1 is coming with totally winning. And timing, look, Erdogmus 3 minutes against 1 minute of Vaz Etan. Yeah, very close from winning new title. What about Vetohin Sava, Rachkova? Rachkova? Oh, wow. Rachkova looks like winning. We quickly, can we check the game? What was then? After rook e8, h3, very solid attack. d5, king b1, bishop c5, rook h e1. Wow. Capture, not capture. Why, Sava? Why you not capturing? What's the problem? Take, for example, next move, knight f6. After that, bishop, I don't know, somewhere, bishop e6, queen d6, rook e8. And if you will make setup like this, you never will lose, no? Knight c5. Yes, of course, I can understand that he is winning in the match and he want to make a draw, but not like this. You can't play passive. It's not possible. Not possible. If you want to make a draw, you must play aggressive. Only like this. If you will try to trade pieces, believe me, finally you will get really very bad endgame. So it's my words, my advice is for you, and maybe you will check it after the match. Okay, knight c5 was in the game. Knight g5, capture. h7 is hanging. g6, some kind of only move, and rook e1, attacking on e8. Capture, queen takes, and bishop d7. So bishop d7, finally Vetohin trying to develop his pieces. Queen f4, knight f3. Some tactics there, no? Maybe queen d6, capture rook e7, but he will play queen bishop f5. Or even, yeah, even maybe he can take on e7, queen e7, and rook e8. Okay, so for this reason, Rachkova played knight f3, bishop e8. Okay. Yes. Attack is coming. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about Sava position, honestly. King f8, check, again check, and rook is coming. Rook h8, something. Okay, 2 times he repeated. Wow, Rachkova, very professional. And now rook h8. Yes. And minimum black will lose his queen. Yeah, it's happened. Yes, yes, yes. And now this position on a board. Yeah, it's losing. Simply, if white will start to push his c pawn, it will be more than enough. Oh, yeah. But okay, they still sing. They still playing. Let's check other games. So Ansat Aldyar against Guret deals, and they already made a draw. So what to say? Gurel Adis, congratulations with the winner, winning of World Title, World Cup, Youth and Cadet Championship. Congratulations. And Ansat, congrats with the silver medal. It's also not so bad. Yes, yes, I think it's okay. It's not, of course, a first their big victories, but also very, very important. So also you will get some prize money, medals. So it's not diploma. So in my opinion, it's really, really very pleasant. Okay, let's check quickly. Uh, what happened? Yeah, we stopped watching for a moment. I remember it. And Ansat played knight c1. Not sure. What's the reason to keep knight on c1 and Sad and LDR? You need to create something. You have position with other side's castle, so you need some active possibilities, my friend. But if you're playing knight c1 or bishop d3, you can't win your opponent, right? So leave queen somewhere and start to push pawns. Maybe g4, maybe knight g3 you will bring, but not knight c1. It's too much in my opinion. Not sure. Knight c1, a4, it was in the game. Even d5, wow. Maybe even d5 is possible. Knight d3 and b3. d4. Bishop d2. Why bishop d2? Maybe bishop f2, bishop g3 at least. Somehow such active squares for your pieces. Yeah. Okay. Uh, oh, I think he missed. I think he missed that after rook c3 he will take, and now if black will take queen rook takes c8 with a mate is coming, with checkmate is coming, but he missed that black can make a draw, can make a check on f5. Oh, and now he will take, and yeah, this position is really, really very bad. But Gurel need to make a draw, and for him it was enough. Yeah, even he not trying to win, just simply draw fixing the result. So Gurel perfect, very professional. Okay, let's continue. Open section under 13. Voladar lost his game. Oh, it's very sad news. I supported Voladar, but Voladar lost. Can we check quickly our position? Take, yes, yes, yes. It was, we discussed this option. Yes, knight e4, knight d5, knight f4, his opponent played. Wow. I thought knight d4 without any thinking black need to make, but I was a bit wrong. Knight f4 he played. Okay, queen d2, take, and f5. Wow. Maybe it's also a very interesting decision. He trades the light square bishop and directly trying to open position, because now after exchange of light square, black position on the king side will be really very dangerous against white. Wow, like this even. 394. Yes, like this. Oh, check, even like this. Why not by knight? Knight for rook f4 anyway. By rook and king f7. And he resigned. So, congratulations to you, Christopher, with a gold medal, and my congrats for Valadar with a silver medal. I'm a bit upset, but what to do? It's a game, so next time Valadar will show his best. Let's continue. Under 18, Spiropolos Nicholas lost against Harshavardhan. Lost his game, but his position was so good. And how he lost? Let's check. E4, bishop b2. What's the reason to play bishop b2, my friend? Why not capture on e4? I'm always telling for some known players that if you see some necessarily move, like move which anyway you must make, just do it. I'm meaning, anyway, we need to take on e4. But, like I'm 100% sure that we will take on e4. But about bishop b2, I'm not sure absolutely. Maybe my opponent will make some move and I will develop my bishop on f4. Maybe he will take, let's say, capture by knight. Maybe I will develop my knight on a3. I know where my bishop will be useful right now. But I know 100% that I need to take this pawn. It's like for sure. What's the reason to creating? Just do it. It's always will be fine for you. And of course, Harshavardhan took on h3. Congratulations, Harshavardhan. That's really very good victory. And simply bishop f5. And now black even is pawn up. Maybe some compensation, but I don't like this decision even. Queen 2, bishop g8. Wow. Do you see? What's maneuver? Bishop g4, bishop f5, bishop h7, bishop g8. He made 4 last moves by bishop. So cool. Yeah, it's nice. So what was then? Bishop takes, king takes, rook e1. Sorry, a rook e1, a6. Wow. From there, he decided to do something. Okay, c5. Queen b6. Whoa. Again, some complex is coming. Rook b1. Oh, he missed. But what he missed? He played queen e3 and he lost his bishop and he lost his rook, because queen d8, it's not a mate. At least I can play king h7. Okay. Yeah, Spiropolos. Sorry. But Harshavardhan, congratulations. I checked your games from quarterfinal, as I remember. You was lucky and with so good luck, so you won very nice tournament. But okay, today without any luck, you just played slightly better than Nicholas. So congrats, and see you in your future tournaments. And I want to follow your games. Yes, and okay, Nicholas, don't be upset. So it's game. Next time maybe you will be first. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think that's enough. That's enough. All the players finished the games. I think, yeah, Anna Shukman lost her game. Yeah, what happened there? Um, when after we discuss position, yeah, f3, queen c4, queen g3. Oh, rook f6 and rook h6. I think Lee Alice maybe not won first game. As a way, what's the reason for her to play this position? She can make a draw perpetual, but she won't win. Probably, maybe she can't win first game. Maybe it was draw, and now she fixing victory. Okay, so we'll make some small break. Because oh no, wait. One game is playing. Gal Zoka against Alexandra Shvedova. Oh, Alexandra lost her first game, and now position is also looks like a losing. Knight with 3 pawns, especially with rooks on a board, no chances to do something. Yes, of course she can try to make something. Even her time is much better. But honestly, position is very simple. Even like no need to create something for Gal. She can bring her knight on e4, just play f5, and just stay like this. Keep position. Oh, but anyway, I think one Armageddon we will see today. I see one Armageddon we'll see today. Yeah, it's really very great final day in this championship. It's very nice games. I really enjoying, but two my known players lost today. I'm a bit sad, but it's okay. Valadar and Sava. Yes, and Altiar also. So what to say? Like they saying in Kazakhstan, Alga Kazakhstan. So means going forward Kazakhstan. It's okay. uh, okay, what happened? Oh, they still playing. Rook b3, rook h6, knight e4 check. Oh, even she don't want to push her pawn on f5. Yes. See, Gal staying. Okay, and trade the rooks. Okay. Yes. What happened then? Oh, they still go. Oh, Gal lost. I don't know what happened. Maybe she missed f2 somehow. She missed f2. Okay, congratulations to Gal Zoka. So Alexandra Shvedova getting second place. Okay, we'll make a break and we'll check a bit later Armageddon games. See you. Don't leave us, please. Hello again. We'll check Armageddon games. Two boards playing Armageddon, so it's really very interesting. Very nervous. Vetohin Sawa against Rachkova, and first this game we will check, and one more game. Girls under 12. Lee Alice against Shukman Allah. Oh, sorry, Shukman Anna. Yes, will check. And first, Rachkova by white color against Vetohin Sawa. E4, C5, knight f3, d6, takes, knight c3, knight c6, classical variation of Sicilian, f3, wow, e5, knight b3, bishop e7, bishop e3, castles, queen d2, a5. Yes, it's a main line. A4, bishop e6, long castle, very aggressive, playing Rachkova, and I can understand him. He's white, so he need to fight for only victory, and he decide to play this option. Perfect. It will be really very big fight. So knight b4, Sava played king b1, rook c8. Yes. Rook c8, rook c8. Maybe d5 was possible already for black. Oh, come on. Come on, Sawa. If you have possibility to push your pawn on d5, just do it without any thinking. Always it will be good for you because you're leaving you're trading your weakness on d6, you're opening your dark square bishop. It's always will be fine for you. What's the reason to play rook c8 now? Of course, after g4, maybe even now d5 is possible, but okay, we'll check quickly. Now d5, it's a bit risky because g5 is coming. Maybe even there it's possible, but now we spend the time. Okay, knight d7, knight b6. He decide to bring knight on b6, bishop e2, knight takes, and now this position on a board, rook c d1. Anyway, now I like our position. Rook a8. Wow. Rook a8, it's too much in my opinion. Rook a8, h4, and queen d7. Oh, it was idea. It was idea to play queen d7. So he want to push his pawn on b5. B5. Yeah, okay. B5, if you will push Sawa, it will be really very good for you. But white need to prevent it somehow. Okay, what was then? He played h5, ignoring any b5, so just do it. Yes, he pushed, and knight c5. Wow. Knight c5. What about queen c6? A b5, bishop takes b5, and knight will be hanging. So I don't see any problems with queen c6. Oh, Sava played queen c8. Queen c8, and his opponent pushing his pawn on h6. Wow. So dc5, it's too much because after hg7 and queen h2, checkmate is coming. So for this reason, Sava played g6, and his opponent played b3. Wow. Sava. So we can take on c5, right? And queen d7. I don't want to say something. But queen d7, human move. Is it human move? Queen d7. Queen d7. Okay. Sava took on d7. Rook takes d7. Rook e8. B takes c4. B takes c4. And rook h d1. Rook HD1. So before I was thinking, can I see some other game? Oh, Lee Alice by white color against Shukman Anna, and it looks like equal. Because for Anna she playing by black color, and draw for her is more than enough. So H8 queen, queen c1 check, king g6, and simply queen c6 check. And now if white will play queen f6, so it's equal directly. Capture, and pushing pawn on a5. Queen, and check is coming, so it's easy draw. a2, g8 queen, and a1 queen also making draw. So for this reason, after queen c6, Lee Alice played king g5, and again, I think, what was then? Queen c5, checks, and I think it's will be draw easily. Okay, but timings, be careful, Anna. Oh. Okay, never mind. Even with pawn down, this position is equal. Don't worry. But now, very important timing. And now it's nervous. Do you see? At least 20 seconds extra have on a clock. Yes, maybe position is equal, but timings. Yeah. Yes. What to say? Lee Alice showed her fight spirit, and finally she won her game. But it's extra minute. Do you see? Extra minute, very important. If you have even in the end extra, let's say 10 seconds, it's more than enough, and it's really very big advantage, even in equal position. So what to say? Lee Alice, congratulations, really very good match. I like it and really enjoyed it. So congrats with a gold medal. For Anna, okay, it's also very perfect performance. Second silver a medal, and only you lost your match in Armageddon. With, of course, it was increment. I think it will be maybe slightly different result. Okay, congratulations, girls, and let's check. Let's Sava game. Oh, Sava won his game. Wow. Oh, what to say? I'm really very great, but in some moment I was so surprised. Rachkova played so great in this moment. H6 especially, I really enjoyed. Brilliant, in my opinion. So great move. And now B3 he find. Wow, it's fantastic. For me, it's really very tough, but okay. These young generation players really very strong, and I will be really very, how can I say, I not will be surprised if very soon Rin Moy will show really very great results in real tournaments. B3 he played, and after capture, queen d7. Perfect decision. Still bishops on I mean, piece up, still black, but two bishops is hanging. capture, capture, rook f e8, and pawn takes c4, rook h d1, rook b8, knight b5, bishop f8, and g5. Murzin Moy played knight c6 and c3. So he preventing everything. It's really very great game. Sava played rook d8 now, and knight c7. Yeah, looks like easily winning position for white. Capture, capture, rook b8, king c1, even on c1, not on c2. Why not on c2? I don't know. King c1, queen, rook b7, and rook e8. Yes, yes, brilliant. So good outplayed opponent here, but then took on c5. Oh, but why he took on c5? I thought he need to play simply knight b6 and take pawn on c4, and then slowly improve his position. He took on c5, and I think it was his mistake. After capture, king g8, and Sava pushed his pawn on f6, and take pawn on g5. And now it's some kind of fortress, right? White king cannot go inside. Yes, yes. And okay, they tried so long moves. Okay. So Murzin Moy need to win, but he can't. Okay, yeah, and here he lost. I think he lost maybe even by time. I don't know honestly, but of course, so black position is winning now. So congratulations to Sava, gold medal in the World Cup. He got Murzin Moy. Okay, don't be sad, please. You played well. You fight. You showed that your fight spirit is really very great, especially in the second game. You won really very nice game. And I really enjoyed. Maybe I'm thinking one of the best in this tournament. So thank you very much for all of you. It was really very nice tournament and big honor for myself that I was with you. I commented and hope that you enjoyed it like me also. See you next time. Goodbye, myself saying bye for you and see you. Goodbye.